spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The boot's shaking underneath us, guys. The give is to Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Williams. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Pulls it in. It's Adams.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. To throw, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good to say. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Miller with the ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting three and starting this game off on the right foot.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Here's a heat. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Gets it out quickly. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move, it's Haynes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this third down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Fires to the big fella. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
Man, that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. That's caught. It's Horton. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on.
Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give is to Miller. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking for a big gain. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them...
Sent it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Running to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Man, those are really frustrating because it's easy pitch and catch. You know, my quarterback just has to drift a little bit, and that running back has to kind of find a window where he's open, and he gets open a little bit, maybe a chance to make a big play after the catch, but just doesn't concentrate and bring the football in.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Looking for room, it's Haynes.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And quarterback, dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. It'll be a run on third and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Rushes on him. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll try the run. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder...
He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. On the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Edwards. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on third down. Touchdown tie! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the air on first down. Time to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Right on the money. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll go back to the ground. Past the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground for the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and short, the power run here. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
Yeah, third and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! And that one will give them the lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Horton. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now on the option. Now the toss. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets past the marker. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
To the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Adams. He'll toss it. Got some room in it at the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide with running back using his speed.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to fire to the left. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes Clemson now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. With the catch, it's Bernard. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kent State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Missouri. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That number one beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulder. He's going for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Finds a soft spot in the middle. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's looking to throw on third and short. Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Now, we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Running through contact. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Power ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Got some room to run. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The short hands, it's Williams. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now